Could I win if I fought it in real life? I'm going to be ranking all hostile mobs from them getting one-shotted by me to me literally getting vaporized. In this scenario, I am going to give myself some armor and a shield and a weapon because it literally be super boring because I would honestly die from most of them if I just had my fists only. So with that cleared, let's get into it. Alright, first up, we got the skeleton. I do got the shield, so I should be fine, but if I do get shot once, I'm probably dead, so I'll put it in slight struggle, but managed to kill it. Alright, next up, we got the bogged. Same logic with the skeleton, but it does have poison arrows, so if I do get shot on the arm or anywhere, I'm probably dead anyway, so I'll put it on high chance of death. The Stray and the Parched have the same logic as the skeleton, as their arrows aren't really fatal, it's just weakness, so I don't think I would struggle too much against them as much as the skeleton. So I'll put both of them on the same tier. Next we got the zombie. It's slow, it doesn't do much damage, and it doesn't even bite, so I guess I'll put on no problem. The husk and the drown, same thing because they don't really do anything, they just punch you. But maybe the husk will make me hungry after the fight because it does give you the hunger effect. Next we got Minecraft's most iconic mob, the creeper. Now the creeper, I could just use the bow and arrow to stay out of range, since using sword is a risk of it exploding on my face, which is a stupid death, or I could just use the shield to just completely end the fight. Either way, I'll put it in the slight struggle since blowing up means there's a huge risk. But at the same time, it's not likely the explosion will kill me, so since I do have a shield and can run before it explodes. Alright, the spider is laughably bad. Like, I can just step on it. Like, what even is this? The same thing applies to the cave spider, the endermine, and the silverfish because they're just bugs. The slime, I'm gonna put it in no problem because it's just jello and they just get sliced by swords. Same logic with the magma cubes, except I feel like they'll be slightly more dangerous because I think they might be really hot if they touch me. Next, we got the wither skeleton. I'm gonna put these guys in a slight struggle because these guys do pack a punch when they hit you and give you the wither effect. But other than that, their mobility kind of sucks and I think I can take them down pretty easily. The blaze, I'm gonna put them in high chance of death because they can fly and shoot fireballs. So I think I'm just gonna get hit once and just die. The zombie pigmen, I'm gonna put them in slight struggle because they're like the zombies except they're slightly faster and they do have a sword. Alright, hear me out. The zoglins are only a slight struggle. They're rotten, so their flesh is really easy to slice through. And they're zombified, so they're pretty stupid, so I think I can take them down pretty easily. Alright, now is the big guns. The piglin brute. I was debating on whether I should put this in a land a few hits but die or high chance of death, but I think I'm gonna put this in high chance of death. Okay, the reason is that they will still die from sword attacks, but there's a high chance I would die too because they're incredibly tanky and strong. The piglins, I'm gonna put them in slight struggle because they may be fragile, but I think they might have some combat skills since they are somewhat intelligent. The hoglins, I'm gonna put them in slight struggle, but they're gonna be slightly stronger than the zoglins. The ghasts, I'm gonna put them in no problem because their fireballs are so slow and when they're about to shoot, they make it so obvious and long. They're also quite fragile too, so no problem. The guardians, I'm gonna put them in slight struggle because they do have thorns, meaning if I do damage to them, they'll do damage to me. Also, their lasers may do quite a bit of damage, but it's really slow. So this is gonna go on slight struggle only. The Elder Guardian, I'm going to put in a high chance of death. It is incredibly tanky and their damage is really high. The Creaking, I can just look at it and as long as I don't turn my back, I'll be fine, so no problem. The Enderman, I think I have a pretty high chance of dying from them. They hit really hard and it's really tanky, and most importantly, they can actually teleport, which means they're gonna teleport behind my back and just one-shot me. Alright, next we got the Shulker. I'm gonna put the Shulker in slight struggle because their Shulker bullets does have homing, but it's really slow and the Shulkers are stationary, so I can just kill them pretty easily. Next we got the Phantom. I'll put them in slight struggle because they can fly, but other than that, I think they're pretty fragile and their bites are pretty weak. This one's gonna be surprising, but I'm gonna put the Pillager in high chance of death. Because I'm not trained at all, I'm just a regular teenage boy, and I think the Pillager might have some training. It's gonna start pulling up some barrel rolls and some crazy stuff, I don't know. Alright, the Vindicator, I'm gonna put them in slight struggle. Vindicators may hit pretty hard, but they're kind of fragile, so I think I'll take them down pretty easily. Also, scratch what I said about the Pillagers earlier, because I realized it really doesn't matter since I have a shield. Alright, the Evokers, I'm gonna put them high chance of death. These things summon crocodiles out of the ground and fairies that go through walls that have knives, so I think I'm gonna die here really quickly. Next, we got the Vex. Alright, if there's multiple, I'm 100% dead, but if there's just one, I think I'll be fine. A few cuts, and that's all. But they are quite agile and can go through walls, so slight issue. The Ravager is going to be the first mob on the tier list that'll land a few hits but die. I won't be able to kill it at all. How am I supposed to take on a beast that's like 3 times my size? This thing's just going to trample me. I'm dead. There's no way I can fight this thing. Maybe I'll get a swing or two, but that's not going to really do much. The Witch, I'm going to put them in high chance of death. They might be fragile, but one of their potions can definitely kill me in one hit. Alright, the Breeze is going to be no problem because it's just wind and the wind doesn't really hurt me. So this one's going to go in no problem. Alright, now we got the bosses. So the Ender Dragon, I'm going to put them in land a few hits but die. Because genuinely, what am I supposed to do against a literal dragon? Alright, the Wither, I might get a few hits, but it's not going to do much. I'm just dead. There's nothing I can do. Finally, we got the Warden. This thing is obviously going to go to the Vaporized tier because I'm just going to get one-shotted. And I'm just going to get spaghettified like Conquest did to Invincible. Honestly, I don't even think there's going to be any remainings left when I die. There's actually 2 more bonus mobs that I added, and they're from Minecraft Story Mode. So the Witherstorm, everyone knows that this thing literally destroyed the entire world. And it's literally unkillable unless you have a weapon that can break a command block. So it's quite obvious to me that I can probably one-shot this thing, you know, with just my fists. Oh yeah, I could probably one-shot the Magma Golem too, so yeah, see ya guys.